Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome back to Sketchup for 3D design. Last time we touched base, we were just working on um, one room in the house, trying to import things, make it look all nice, talking about the doors and windows, etc. And I've had a slight change of heart on a few things, so I'll clarify exactly what I will be asking. Trying to find a balance between going all out, super detailed, and finish everything, which could be way too much work and take too long in my class, and not learning the things that we need to learn. That's the balance. So just because you know how to make a window doesn't mean you have to do all the windows. Just because you know how to do the doors doesn't mean you have to do all the doors. And so that's, at that point, just repetitive work. And I want to avoid that. So I changed my mind on a few things, and let me clarify. What I would like you to do is decorate one room completely. So in my case, it's the bathroom. What that means is I painted the walls, I've got the door finished, I've got all the appliances, in this case, downloaded, except for the bathtub I made custom. And that's it. So I want you to take a screenshot. Oh, and I also have my cupboards over there. So the room is essentially finished, and a mirror on the wall. So if you could give me the best view where I can see pretty much everything you've done in whichever room it is. You pick the room, can't be a closet, okay? Has to be one of the main rooms, So bedroom, dining room, family room, game room, could be a bathroom, just can't be something like a closet, okay, or a hallway. So it has to be one of the main rooms. So give me a screenshot, zoom in, something like this. Control, well, whatever it is on your Chromebook, to take a screenshot. I think it's Control and then the window key. Take a screenshot. For me, it's Control Print Screen, and then email it to me. So email me that shot. Secondly, give me a screenshot of all the walls that show every wall is up, so I can see the blueprint. So whatever that angle needs to be, that I can see that you have not forgotten or skipped any walls. So again, print screen, Control, print screen, and then email it to me. Okay. Third screenshot, I want there to be, and I need to finish mine. So pretend like there's a door here. So give me one external window and door with the siding, with the side paint, the side of the house is painted. You can see I haven't done all the windows either, and that's maybe what made me think this. Like, okay, I haven't had time to do all these windows, and all I was going to do is copy and paste and rotate and blah, blah, blah. I spent quite a bit of time just trying to get these weird designs on the window. So give me a screenshot with the finished door and finished window. Just one. So it'd be like the front door and a window. So take a screenshot like that, and then email it to me. After that, the final challenge is to make your house look like. I'm trying to find the house that I downloaded. It should still be here somewhere. So what I need you to do, and maybe it's not, I need you to basically do a split screen. I want to have your SketchUp model in the exact view of your exterior. Remember, I asked you to save a picture of your exterior of the house that you're designing. And so have a split screen, and that's what I'll be working on next myself. On the left side here will be a picture of the blueprint of the elevation view. And it could be any side of the house. That's fine. The back, that's boring, but it doesn't matter. Any side, any view of the house, not top view, has to be an elevation view outside. And then you will make your SketchUp view look just like the view that you downloaded. Now that might mean you do need to finish a couple windows. Like I think in my case, I probably need to put 2 of these windows over here, and I need to make a roof. So that's my final goal, and I'm going to try to add some bushes and trees and everything to make that look just like the picture. That's the goal. So let me just share a couple things about roof. Yes, I was tempted to make, and I've done this before to some of my pour classes, we actually make the roof trusses out of the 2x4s or 2x6s, and then we copy and paste them and actually install them on the roof and then put sheets of plywood over it and do the whole thing. It's awesome, but it's a lot of work. So let me show you my easy way that I will allow in this case, because this is just for looks. Now, the house that I need to copy does not have this type of roof, but I will show you how you can at least start the process. Okay, so pencil tool, find the middle of this wall. It should pop up and say midline somewhere. There we go, midpoint. And then I'm going to go straight up. Make sure it's green. Make sure it's green. Has to be green. Green is up. Oh, blue is up. Sorry. Blue is up. Wow. Blue is up. Make sure it's blue. Yeah, green was going on the ground. So pay attention, Mr. John. So we're looking for blue. Having a hard see how green is actually going flat. I'm going to change my view so I can make this thing. There we go. And now the height of the roof, you're going to have to eyeball it according to the picture. But I'm just showing you the method. And I've shown a lot of you this before. I show my 7th graders this same process and my 8th graders. So if you've had this before, this should kind of sound familiar. What I'm doing right now is connecting the top of that vertical line to the outside corners. Make sure it's the full outside corners. Now this is a simplified roof. Real roofs would have some hangover with what's called a soffit and a fascia. We're not going to get into that. This is a very basic roof, but at this point, I think we're good to go. We do want to delete this line in the middle now because we want 1 triangle, not 2. We're going to rotate around to the back side, and we're going to use the push-pull tool. We're going to grab that triangle, and you should be so happy that I'm letting you do it this way. Click, drag, put your mouse on the outside corner of the house, and let go. And that's pretty much a roof. So what I like to do then is go to the offset tool. Let's see, it looks like the scale tool. There it is. Offset tool, click, and I'm going to make just kind of an outside trim. I've talked about the offset tool before. What this does is gives us a really quick and easy way to push this triangle in and give it a little bit of 3D. So we could also pull this out, actually, so a little bit further if we wanted to, to give it some hangover edge for sure. But either way is fine. But what that does is it gives you instant kind of trim around that side. And then you can either paint the up here, you can paint this the same trim as the outside of the house. You could paint it a color. Sometimes it's completely different. So it, completely doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. Just paint it, make it look cool. Also, if you look at search for materials and look for roofing, I would like you to paint some shingles on your roof like that. Okay. And the goal is your picture looks like the actual house. Now mine doesn't. I'm just showing this to you as an example. Over here, I would do the same thing with the offset tool and paint the side. If I wanted to paint this and not make it white trim, I could, but that looks dumb. So your final screenshot for this project is, like I said, a picture, a SketchUp screenshot that looks very much like the house that you started off with. This is the view of this bungalow floor plan that I chose to download, and I am obviously missing quite a bit. To get this view, I am going to have to do some white. Just looking at everything here. White trim on the edges. I need a porch with some white steps going down. Need a railing on the right side. Unfortunately, it looks like I do need to add windows down the left side because you can see that in the picture. Then also some white trim, and it looks like some kind of lattice or something that kind of hides the concrete, I would guess, the foundation. And then, of course, the roof. That's going to be, before I get to the roof, these pillars out front, which are not straight up and down. So I'm going to have to deal with this because that is really what makes this bungalow, it's called, stand out. And then the roof is really 3 different roofs in one. Unfortunately, it looks like it's got this slope from the front, maybe covers the part of the front room, and then it goes up steeper. And then the back side goes all the way, not all the way down, but down to the top of the wall. And then we have this cross roof that pops out the side with a window in the front. So that's going to be quite a bit of a challenge. And it looks like shingles up top, and then a different kind of roofing material, almost like a metal here. So to make mine look like this, I've got a little bit of work to do. And then, of course, I think I need a flagstone walkway that comes off of the steps, and then a few bushes and maybe a couple trees in the background to try to get that to look as good as possible. So that's what I'm working on next, and should really just start with copying and pasting this window. So as I was focused in on my house, and it's coming along nicely, I think, struggling a bit with these different shapes. These 2-point arches here are tricky. Having to raise the entire house up on a foundation was tricky. I just basically moved it off to the side. But I was grouping and ungrouping and clicking and choosing a lot of things to make that happen. And then I just looked at my sidewalk and I went, what is going on with my sidewalk? And then when I looked at my fence, I was wondering, what did I do? So I think I accidentally grouped maybe the ground, and it pulled this entire ground over, took some of the dirt. I think this is dirt. This is the edge. So what happened basically was this is the bottom of the dirt, this is the top of the dirt. My whole yard got moved, which stretched the sidewalk. And then way over here on the right side, same thing over here. Everything got moved that way as well. Completely messed up. Not too happy. And this is probably 30 moves back. So if I just hit Control Z to undo, it would undo everything I just did on my house just to get back to where it was before I did something weird. Now that's the lesson there is group everything, because I don't think some of this was grouped or it would not have been able to be messed with, right? So I must not have grouped the grass perhaps. And then it got, when I selected something like this, see how it selects other things that you don't always notice? So that when I just move something, maybe it could have been one of my windows, when I just moved something over about 6 feet, it moved the grass. So what do I do with this? Well, if this was a student turning in work, hopefully I would be understanding, right? So the whole point of me doing this project also is to show you that things do happen in SketchUp and 3D design. And, you know, I could have been smarter. I could have grouped everything, and probably should have. And that's, by the way, that's why the group option is available. So it locks things that you can't mess up. Well, I missed a step there. So I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. And if you have some little, if you can explain what happened, I totally get it. Right? But I'd rather this happen to you than if you just didn't finish something. So what I have left is pretty much the front door and the roof and some bushes. So this roof line is going to be tricky for me, only because it's got this additional slope. And I don't really know how far back the slope goes. It looks like the triangle small roof is lined up with the front wall here. Mine is also getting a little laggy, just barely laggy, which is another reason we're not completing the entire house. So we're going to try to avoid lagginess as much as possible. But I think it looks like it goes back just a little bit, and the top of the roof outside right here is going to go up just a little bit. We got to be blue here. We got to be straight up. So this is just a slight increase. We'll try that, and then we'll go to, it looks like it goes all the way out to the porch, to the tip of the porch. So hopefully that'll turn into a triangle, which it just did. So it's not as bad as I had thought, because I should be able to just pull this straight across all the way to that corner. Come on, follow me. Follow me, little boy. There you go. Follow me. And stop right there. Come on, keep going. Keep going. It doesn't want to go past. It doesn't want to go past that. Okay, I'm just going to try again. Sometimes it does kind of stick on a line. It thinks it knows where you want to stop. But so there's my sloped roof, and then it's definitely getting harder to turn, slower to turn, which is a little bit frustrating. So here, what I'm trying to figure out is the rest of this roof. I think I can treat it just like a normal, like triangle-shaped roof. I can pretty much go anywhere in here, I think, and go straight up. And we'll just not go crazy high, but something like this. You know, there's some attic space up there, so it's like the same height as your first floor, plus a little bit. So I'm kind of thinking that would work. Let's do that. And then I'm going to go over and do from the top of this to the outside corner. And then you should know how to do this by now. Get rid of the middle line, rotate around to the other side, and pull it across. We're going to go right to the edge, right there. And that starts to look very much like, and I think I'm going to pull, I mean, that hangover right there is what really, it does stand out. Careful. I didn't realize I had that still selected. So let's click off of it. Just click off onto anything else. To really give it that overhang look, I think what I need to do is this. So you may be doing this exact same thing, so pay attention to this step. I think I'm going to go straight down just a little bit. And again, I would measure if I'm kind of over it as well. Like some of you are feeling it. You're kind of over it. So I'm going to just click on edge there. Because this is just for looks. And so let's go down here. Just make sure it's straight. And it looks like then it goes all the way to the, make that look about the same. Boom. Okay. So I think what I'll do is probably get rid of this line now. Probably get rid of that line now. Sometimes you can delete lines, but other times it will delete other things and you have to put them back. But now look what I can do. I can select this entire thing and the whole thing is one piece. And if I use the push-pull tool, I can just pull this out and give us a little overhang, which should pretty much be the look that we're wanting, right? I can choose how much overhang, but that definitely looks good. I think that looks pretty cool. And that's going to be painted white up there. And then it looks like the siding, which is this, goes all the way up. That's pretty sweet. I might even be able to delete this line. Now this might delete stuff on the inside of the house. It just did, I'm pretty sure. But at this point, we're done with the inside, right? So over here as well. And I just don't like the looks of that line hanging there. But what it is the top of a wall or something on the inside of the house. But again, and there, ooh, Let's undo that. So that's an example. Sometimes you push it too far, but that's what it should look like. And then since I don't have to do this side of the roof because I just need the view that matches the original view. So that's kind of cool. And that's the deal I'm making, you guys. We're just trying to copy the initial view. And look at that. We're getting close. Like I could actually try to mimic the whole thing. I'm a little bit off on here. Looks like this needs to come out. But I'm just adding little details at this point. That's cool. It's going to be shingles up there and then metal siding here. But what about this last roof part? Well, this is cool. I like this part. We're going to find the midpoint. Should turn blue and go straight up. It looks like it's just about the same height as the other roof, but it likes to snap to that line. So I'm going to go just slightly shorter, and then I'm going to make that triangle. It looks like it doesn't go all the way. So let's just try to go same length on both sides. And then we'll delete this line. Rotate around. And this is cool. Watch this. I love this. It just blends it right in. Check this out. Puts it right into the roof. It like does it for you. I think that's so cool. And so I need to add some trim here and a window. And it looks like they have different shutters up there. Shingles, sorry. Some wood shingles. So I'll need to find some shingles. Oh, that'd be a roofing thing probably, right? But first, I think what I need to do is the same thing I just did. And I'm almost done, other than the door. So I'm going to draw a line straight down. It's going to be blue. Make sure it's blue. And try to make it about the same thickness as the other roof thing that we just did. Again, you would normally want to measure. We are just wrapping things up here. So we're good. We're just doing a screenshot. So I'm not going to be measuring anything. Boom. Okay, now if I delete that middle line, I should be able to select that entire thing and pull that out just a bit. Like that. Cool. Okay, so we need to paint. We need roofing. It's all alphabetical, so go down to the R's. So here is pretty realistic looking shingles. We do need some kind of metal. I don't think we have any metal roofing. Maybe this. It's the wrong color, though. And you can't change the color. That is a very similar... how about we try metal? Metal. Metal. I bet we can find something that looks... You just have lines in it, preferably. How about those? That's okay. The lines are too small, but... Yeah, I think... What was that? This one? Yeah, that one's all right. I can get away with that, I think. And then I need... Go back to roofing. If I can find some wood... Yes! Look at that. Oh, I didn't put the window in yet. Okay. So, and I'm not going to probably deal with these little things here. Basically, what I want to do is convince you that this house is that house. Oh, I'd missed an arch right here. There's an arch on the end. Pretend like you didn't see that. There's an arch on both ends. Oh, and a railing. Crap. There's also a railing. A railing and little railings here going up the stairs. So I do have a few little small details, but it's pretty convincing. Front door, railings, bushes. Oh, and bushes and trees. Okay, so I do have a few things. So through the magic of technology, I'm going to pause and then come back when that's all done. Okay, here we are after a little bit more work, and my computer, which is I've mentioned before, is a pretty fast, screaming fast gaming computer, and it's just being super laggy when I try to download more bushes. So I think, again, change the requirements, 1 bush and 1 tree. So with the goal of trying to make it look as much like the picture as possible. So, as much as I like having those bushes in there, just, a bush has hundreds, if not thousands, of lines. So you wouldn't think it would cause lag, but it definitely does. Here is almost my finished. Looks like I'm losing. I lost. There it goes. So I thought I had to repaint the outside of my house because I didn't. I lost my shingles and the siding, but it was just laggy because of those bushes. So it's just laggy. But if you can make it happen, all you need is a screenshot. So just trying to see as I move my mouse, all the some of the texture and detail goes away. Then it comes back. So this is really close. I did not get to the railings. I'll take an A or an A minus on that. Thank you. I don't have all the bushes. Don't have any trees in the backyard. Just too laggy. But I did spend time on the arches and everything else, and I think you can tell it's the same house, and that's the whole point. And again, goes to show you that it's tough. Sometimes, even for someone who uses this software all the time, it still can be a challenge to get it done and have it look good. So, but I'm happy with it, and I think I'm going to leave it right there. Take my screenshot. Once the texture comes back, take my screenshot right there. So do this and then email me that screenshot and we're done. So thanks for joining me. Catch you next time. Mr. Johns is out.